So Wolves are having a terrible season. In fact, they sit rock bottom of the Premier League. And despite spending over 110 million on players, they haven't managed to fill the void that players like Cunha and Ray and Aitner left them. So today, I'm going to take charge of Wolves to get them out of this rut they're in and make them the world's best club. But it's not going to be that simple. I'm only allowed 3 signings per season, and those signings have to come from the 3 relegated teams each and every year. Yeah, I know, it's going to be difficult. But there's only one way to find out if I can pull this off. And that, guys, is by taking over Wolves myself and seeing what I can do with them, as this is the team we've inherited after 7 games of this season. Yes, guys, we are using the live point features. And as you can see, that means we start in the worst place possible with Wolves. We are rock bottom, yet to win a single game with them. And not only that, our team appear to be absolutely immune to actually scoring a couple of goals. Yeah, Wolves are in the bin at the minute, aren't they? However, despite the fact this team's having a nightmare at the minute, there are some players in this team we can really try and build the team around. For example, there's Tolu Walasi Oro Kader, who's 24, 79 overall, 6'6" as well. And yes, I totally got his name right in just one take. But there's also the CDM partnership of Andre and of course Joao Gomez, who are decent. There's Strand Larson, who isn't half a bad player. And then we've got the youngsters at Wolves to look at. For example, new signing Fer Lopez. You've also got Rodrigo Gomez. You've got Hugo Bueno. You've got David Moller-Wolf. Hijani, however, you've got Tommy Doyle out on loan to Birmingham. So all in all, guys, we might be rock bottom, we might be in the bin, but we've got some stuff to work with here. Alongside 45 million to spend in Season 1-2. However, I'm calling an audible here. Because we are only 7 games into the new Premier League season as it stands right now, we are not allowed to make a single signing in Season 1. We can only begin making signings in Season 2. You know, just to make it that little bit more tricky. So we've got to use all the knowledge we've got right now about this Wolverhampton Wanderers side to keep them up in the Premier League until Season number 2. Yeah, that's not going to be easy, is it? However, like you've seen, we've been through the squad up, we know what kind of players we've got to work with, and therefore I know exactly what formation fits them best. The 4-2-1-3 we're going to be countering every single time with a 35 line height. We don't need to be playing this fancy football yet, we need to get points on the board, and this is how we do it. And as for how we are when we're on the break, guys, this is exactly how I want us being. Our front 4 really high up the pitch with our 2 wing backs providing attacking and defending support. And right now, as it stands, I fully believe this is our strongest and highest potential team by a mile. But it's still not really that much, is it? But it does have potential. I mean, however, Andre, Gomez, Bueno, we got Lopez, Gomez, our striker up top, whose name I'm trying not to pronounce again because it's impossible for me at the minute. Yeah, this is quite literally the best we can do right now. And frankly, guys, we're lucky we've only played 7 games at the minute. Because if everything goes our way, we can quite easily turn this around. Not only though does that mean we need big performances from all these players this year, we need serious progression as well. For starters, your Fer Lopez is the new signing. Your Rodrigo Gomez is your David Moller-Wolf, your Hugo Buenos, however. Our Brazilian CDM partnership in Joao Gomez and Andre, our striker up top. And if we get a good Wolves performance as well as their progression, Season 2 could be looking very good for us. Well, I'm not sure how we've done just yet at the end of the Season 1. All I know is we definitely found the back of the net more than once. I mean, look at these stats. Oro Kader got 19 for himself, 10 and 6 for Gomez, 7 and 8 for Balgod, 6 and 2 for Hwang Yi-chan. More importantly though, there's been progression. Oro Kader's gone up to 81 rating, Agbadu's gone up to 80 rating, you got Andre going up, so is Joao Gomez. I mean, on paper, in comparison to what we started with, this is miles better. Is it enough though to get from the bottom of the league outside of that relegation zone? We've actually done it! 15th in the Premier League. I'm not sure how far out of the relegation zone we are, but we're about to find out. Only 6 points outside the relegation zone, but this means for next season we can only sign players from Leeds United, Brentford and Burnley. Honestly, not mad at that at all. As for the FA Cup, we didn't do too bad in this competition at all. We made it to round 5 before Coventry knocked us out. And we made it to round 4 of the Carabao Cup before Chelsea knocked us out. So domestically we made it pretty far in both competitions and we survived. Not a bad first season in charge of Wolves. But the good news for next year, we can finally put our stamp on this team. We've got no transfer ban, we know who the 3 teams are that we can sign players from, it's time to get to work. But before we get to Season 2, if you are enjoying this video so far with Wolves and want to see more content like this on this channel, drop it a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button if you're new. Okay, and then just to remind you lot, this is the team we've got as we enter Season number 2 of Wolves. And in fairness, there's only a couple of places I want to focus that money on. For starters, I definitely definitely want a better keeper than Saar, because in real life and in the game, he's bloody useless. And if possible, I want to replace Agbadu and Bueno with younger and better centre-backs. The rest of the team, as far as I'm concerned, is sound for now. I mean, we got however, Andre Gomez, Bueno, who were good, Bellegarde's decent in that middle. We could do with replacing him, but our striker up top, our wingers on the left and right, all good players. It is simply our two centre-backs and the keeper that we need to sort out. But we've only got 74 million to do this with. And I know we're only buying players from relegated sides, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to sell a couple players just in case. And there we go. Agbadu's gone to City. Jose Saar is out of the building. And we also sold Mosquera for just under 4 million. More importantly though, Saar is left the club, which means we now have just over 100 million to spend. More importantly, we can sign whoever we want pretty much from these three relegated sides. And we are going to start with Leeds, and to be honest, looking at the attack first and foremost, there's not much to really look at. For the midfield though, there's Brendan Arrington, there's Ethan Ampadu, you've got Wilfred Gnonto, who'd be amazing. However, we've already got two good CDMs and good wingers, so I'm going to pass on these players. However, Lucas Perry is a player I'm not passing on. Insane potential, 82 rated, 28 years old. Signing him alone is going to take us from 15th to the top 10. And just like that, for 29 million, we've solved our goalkeeper crisis for the next 4 years. Now though, it's time to move on to Brentford. And in fairness, they have some solid players. They've got Fabio Carvalho with that camera on, Mikkel Damsgaard as well, Dutch centre midfielder Anthony Malamba, who in the future could be great, Kevin Shard as well. But like I've already said, I'm not focused on the midfield or attackers, I'm focused more on the defence. And that's where Nathan Collin comes in. Good potential, 25, 6'4", built like a brick house. Yeah, I think we're going to sign this guy. And that's exactly what I've done for 25 million. And now finally, we move on to Burnley. And I'm going to move straight to the defence because that's what we're looking at. Ooh, okay, we've got Esteve, the centre-back from France. We've got Hartman, who's very, very good. And we've also got Bashir Humphreys. Man, who do I go for out of those three? I mean, Humphreys and Hartman are very solid picks, but we don't need fullbacks at the minute, do we? We need a centre-back. And that's why I think Maxime Esteve is perfect. Plus, he's left-footed, mid-20s, good potential as well. Yeah, this is our guy, ladies and gents. And there we have it. 80 million later, he's signed for us on a 4-year deal to wrap up this transfer window. And honestly, I think we've done a damn good job, because this is how it now looks going into our second year in charge of Wolves. And in my opinion, we've improved the most important part of the team. Next year, though, is going to be a different story. Looking at the team, I do not really know where we're going to be putting this money. I know for a fact we'll be replacing Bellegarde. That's the only certainty. Everywhere else right now is 50-50 at the minute. All I want, though, is a better finish and progression. If we get that, I'll be happy. Well, we're not as high up the table as I want us to be, but I'll take it. We are 12th in the league, 3 up from last year. Fair play to Sunderland as well, still in the Premier League. I really hope that happens this season, man. I'd love it if they stayed up. But 3 teams that didn't: Leicester City, Ipswich Town, and Southampton. Those are the 3 teams that I will be signing from next year. I must admit, I don't like the idea of signing from Leicester, though. They won 1 game out of 38, lost 27. That's outrageous. As for the FA Cup, once again, a fairly decent showing. We made it to round 5 before Blackburn knocked us out. Really? Blackburn? But once again, round 4 of the Carabao Cup, this time losing to Villa. But okay, we're starting to see some real progression with this Wolves side now. Bro, I've just noticed Wangi Chan's up top. Why do I get the feeling some players had release clauses I had no idea about? I don't believe it. Oroku Dare is going to Aston Villa. Look at that rating and potential. Nah, I'm actually annoyed at that. What the hell? Since when did he ever release clause? Bro, I swear, release clauses are the dumbest thing to ever exist in football. I freaking hate them, man. Since when did they happen in England? Well, I know they happen in England. I'm just freaking annoyed. And I'm willing to bet he was by a mile our top goal scorer, because these stats are freaking horrendous without him. I'm actually devastated at that. What the And the worst thing is we can only sign from the Saints, the Tractor Boys, and the Foxes. Yeah, season 3 just isn't going to be good, is it? We're going to go backwards instead of forwards. We got to get on with it though, guys. The good news is we have just under 100 million to spend in season 3. And to be honest, guys, there's not really much we need with this team now. I mean, I didn't realise, but we've got Lawson still in the club, 27, 81 rated. He will do for now until we find someone better. The only thing we do really need right now, I think, is a better right back than However, and in my opinion, a stronger cam than Bellegarde. Everywhere else for me is absolutely fine and dandy, guys. It's just those 2 positions. Now, we are starting with Leicester, and you know what? I know exactly who I'm after. I know, oh, he's actually there as well. Bilal Canoes, great potential, 81 rated. Ladies and gents, we've got our Cam. In my opinion, the best 25 million spent so far. I didn't even bother looking at the defenders because they weren't going to be as good as him. Now though, we move on to the tractor boys. I'm looking straight at their fullbacks, their defenders, and to be completely honest, this is a at the minute. I mean, there's Ben Greaves is a decent centre back, but not exactly what we're after right now. And in fairness, I'm looking through their entire team. It's absolutely awful. No wonder they got relegated. I mean, their best keeper is Alex Palmer, for goodness sake. So you know what? We're going to cut to the chase and just sign Jacob Greaves because he's the best out of a bad bunch. I'm just hoping that the Saints have got better players. And starting off with the attackers, they've not really got the best rating, but there's some potential there. Midfield, though, goodness gracious me, what are we looking at here? In fairness, though, there is Casper Yander. He's 24, decent potential, decent rating. Taylor Harwood Ballis is also an option, great overall, great potential, but we've just signed Jacob Greaves. We don't need another centre back, so we're just going to cut right to the chase by spending 14.5 million on Casper Yander to end this transfer window, because honestly that was abysmal. We are kind of lucky in the fact though that our team is already pretty damn solid going into this new season, but I'm really happy we found a Cam and Bilal Al-Khanous to go in the middle of the park. He might just be a game changer for us. This season though, we need to be looking at cracking that top 10 man. There's no release clauses, there's nobody leaving us prematurely, there's no excuses this time. Right then, we are at the end of the season and the first thing I'm doing is checking this damn team just to make sure everybody's here who should be. And so far, so good. And speaking of good, the stats aren't actually all that good. Larson had a great season though, 32 goal contributions in 42 games. That isn't bad at all, to be fair. And whilst we do have Phil Lopez growing by 4, Gomez growing by 3, they're not really putting it in on the pitch, are they, in terms of goal contributions? But they don't need to. We are 7th in the Premier League, only 8 points outside the top 4. That is actually incredible. Bro, we might be playing European football next year. I'm pretty sure 7th gets your Conference League, but honestly, I never trust it anymore. But what I do trust is the bottom 3, where we'll be signing players from Birmingham, Leeds, and Burnley. Oh, that's not good at all, is it? Once again, though, we made it to round 5 of the FA Cup before Brentford knocked us out. This time, though, we had a stinker in the Carabao Cup. Newport knocked us out in round 2. But at least there's consistency in the FA Cup. The thing is, though, next season, I don't believe we're going to get many starting 11 players from those 3 relegated sides. Maybe a right back for however, but that's clutching at straws. The one thing that we do have going for us, though, is youth, because we have so many players who are still on the right side of 20 years old and have still got a lot of time to improve. And whilst we might not get the players we want from these relegated teams, as long as we get progression, we're good. And as we enter season 4, we're even better, as we've got 85 million to spend. Not as much as last season, but a hefty amount. And obviously the only thing this team needs right now is a better fullback than however. Aside from that, guys, everything else is a bonus. Now we are going to start with Leeds. Already I've seen some pretty decent plays, but they're not right backs or fullbacks. I mean, there's Jaden Bogle, but realistically, he's not going to be much better than however long term, is he? So you know what? We're just going to look at alternatives for the midfield. Starch is a decent option. There's also Ilya Gruev. There's Charlie Crew. Geni Katamo could be a good signing, but so could Joan Kathleen too. That potential is disgusting. And the best thing is, because we gave them our fullback Chachua in the deal, we only had to spend 14.5 million. In hindsight, probably not smart to give them a fullback when we need one, but at least we've got depth for that winger role now. Moving on to Burnley though, and so far for the fullbacks, we're not really having... Oh, I mean, to be fair, there is Lucas Perez. Good potential, but again, it's not really good long term, is it? We could go into a different avenue though and buy players for depth like Zeki Amdouni for that striker role. We could also sign Lyle Foster for a cheaper alternative, and even cheaper one is Hontonji. However, we could sign Leslie Ugochukwu. That potential is fantastic. 24, 79 rated too. And it was an absolute bargain at only 19.5 million. But even after 2 signings, we're still yet to find anybody even close to what we want for that right back role. But we have now Birmingham have come in clutch with Prince Shiyu. That potential, only 20, 80 rated already. Isn't it ironic, by the way, that Birmingham of all teams have come in clutch for Wolves? Either way though, it doesn't matter, because 25 million later, we signed him up on a 5-year deal to wrap up this transfer window. And we now finally have a complete team. We finally have the fullback we've been after. The rest of the team is absolutely fantastic. This is the year, guys. This is the year we crack into the top 4. But man, for the first time since taking over Wolves, our stats actually look good. More than 5 players have got 10 goals individually. Well, no, not more than 5 actually. actually, exactly 5. But fair play to Larson, man. Backbench for our 6'6" striker who's come back in and just completely torn it apart. But man, just look at this team on paper, for goodness sake. I'm putting this out there right now. If we haven't at the very least qualified for the Europa League, I'm not going to be happy. But we've done it, guys. Top 4 is secured. I don't know whether that gives us UCL or Europa. All I know is it's at the very least Europa League football. I'm buzzing with that, man. In the last 3 years, Wolves have literally turned it up and then some every single year. But for next season, we can only sign from Sunderland, Southampton and Coventry City. Which at this point, I'll be real, I don't see us buying any player right now going into our starting 11. But look at this, we've only gone on to win the FA Cup. What did I tell you? Consistency in the FA Cup was going to pay off at some point. And we've even won the Carabao Cup. Guys, Wolverhampton Wanderers are cooking at the minute. And in terms of European football, we did indeed get it. We qualified for the Conference League where we smashed the league phase. And in the round of 16, we smashed FC Nordsjælland 6-2, but then got battered ourselves by Betis. Well, we can't have it all our own way, can we? But man, looking at the team, I cannot be more happy with where we are at right now. Everything's going our way, guys, and if we can pick up 1, maybe 2 solid signings from the next 3 teams, we will be looking incredible going into Europe again. And we've certainly got the money to splash in the new season, guys. We got 148 million to spend. It's a real shame we can't spend this on who we want though, ain't it? As I said last year though, there's not a great chance we're going to find anyone to go into the starting team. So at this point, realistically, we're looking for squad depth. And we are going to start our search with Coventry City. So far, the attack looks so poor. And so does the midfield. Good God, no wonder these guys got relegated. The pants. Their best players so far is a right back called Kane Kessler Hayden, for goodness sake. Even for squad depth, this is poor. You know what, though? We don't have another cam, so I'm going to go for Jack Radoni. He's 28, 80 rated, pretty cheap too. And let's be completely honest, he's the best we're going to get from Coventry. Moving on to Southampton, if I remember correctly, we didn't have the best of luck with these guys last time. They do have Shea Charles, though, who looks like a very solid player. There's also another centre mid, Ukrainian Viktor Sukhanov, who looks really damn good. There's also Harwood Ballis, who's still at the Saints. To be fair, though, one thing we do need is a backup keeper, and that's where I think Aaron Ramsdale is going to be perfect. And on a 3-year contract, guys, we signed him for only £9 million. He hadn't better get us relegated, though. We now move on to Sunderland, and I personally think, I mean, look at this straight away. Brian Brobby, absolutely quality. I was just about to say they were going to have some good play. Look at this, Simon Adingra, 83 rated too. They've still got Habib Diarra. They've got Enzo Lafie, Dan Neil, Chris Rigg. I should have signed him for that backup cam role, shouldn't I? But he keeps going. They've got Noah Siddiqui. They've got Shesman Dean Talby. Bro, I don't know who to sign out of these lot. I'm actually sport for choice. I am leaning towards Noah Siddiqui though. I mean, he can play anywhere in the middle of the park. He's absolutely fantastic. So well-rounded. On paper, let's be real, he's the best out of the bunch. And that is our last bit of money spent this year to conclude this transfer window. And I will say, guys, we already know how good our starting team is, but check out the quality on our bench as well. I've got a good feeling about this season, man. The best thing is as well, because of how young these lot still are, they're still going to improve, which makes me think this season we'll comfortably achieve Champions League football. But I couldn't have been any more wrong. We finished outside the top 4 this year by 2 bloody points. But look who finished inside it. Bloody Nottingham Forest. There's no way Big Angie's in charge of them anymore. But as you can see, the relegated teams, Burnley, Ipswich and Leeds United this time. Can you see a pattern now? It's sort of getting a bit repetitive, just like in real life. We get knocked out straight away in the FA Cup by Everton, and Aston Villa knocked us out in round 3 of the Carabao Cup. Bloody hell, we really have had a fall from grace. But bloody hell, we've won the Europa League, beating Leverkusen to do it. I do not understand the logic behind what's just happened. But I'm certainly not complaining, because this team have got Champions League football next year, and it's no less than we bloody deserve. I mean, on paper, in front of goal, we are phenomenal, man. Jan Larsson, once again, with freaking 33 goals, 9 assists in 55 games. The guy's just a monster. Once again, though, I'm not expecting big things from the next transfer window. If anything, we're just going to be improving this subs bench. But as long as we can bring in the best quality players we possibly can, we give ourselves the best chance of winning the Champions League and the Premier League next year. And guys, let me tell you, the board want us to achieve those two things because they've given us just under 200 million. Seems like a waste to just throw on the bench though, doesn't it? Them's the rules though, guys. 3 signings from the 3 relegated teams, 1 from each. And this time, I'm going to change my tactics. I'm just going to go for the highest rated players possible, which right now Looks like Hannibal from Burnley. But then again, they do have Michael Cooper, who would be much better than Ramsdale as a second choice. And so for 17 million, I didn't really dwell on the decision. We've got a brand new second choice keeper in Cooper. That's Burnley done. Now it's time for Leeds United. And I would say out of the three, they've got the best player. I mean, Mateo Joseph straight away, 81 rated. Jenny Katomo, 83 rated. Anton Stach, 82 rated. And they've got Yaimar Medina, 82 rated with a great potential. Where the bloody hell was he like 4 years ago? Above all else though, we do need a second choice striker, which is why 25.5 mil was spent on Mateo Joseph. So that's Burnley done, Leeds done. Now it's time to see what the Tractor Boys have got. And the honest answer is not really all that much, guys. I mean, I don't think I've seen one player. Oh, hang on. We've got Jaden Philogene, who's 81 rated. But he's the only player above 80 overall. No wonder these lot got relegated. I will say though, Dylan Leonard looks good to me. Good potential, 22, 75 rated. Good pace on him. He's not the best player we could get, but let's be real. Ipswich are just full of mediocrity right now. And for only 12.5 million, we really can't be complaining. That though is our transfer window done. And as you can see, we are pretty much covered now with quality in every single position, which can only bode well for us. I must admit though, I am expecting massive things from this Wolves side this year, man. I might be stretching, but I'm expecting the Premier League, and I'm definitely expecting at the very least a semi-final spot in the Champions League. Well guys, we ain't getting the Premier League this time. We were 5 points off Premier League champions Arsenal. Now that is a sentence I hope never becomes a reality. As for the relegation zone, Fulham, Brentford and West Brom are there. I'll take that though, that's 2 fresh teams to pick and choose players from. As for the FA Cup though, we crashed out against Man U on pens in the quarters. And we got knocked out in round 3 of the Carabao Cup by City. And we got beaten 4-2 by PSG in the Super Cup. God, it ain't looking good so far, is it? But we haven't done badly in the UCL League phase. We finished 10th, so we're in the playoffs. And that's where we battered Rangers 7-3. We then beat Atletico 4-3 in the round of 16. We then beat Real Madrid 4-3 in the quarters. And we've beaten Bayern Munich 3-2 in the semis. And look at that, AC Milan in the final. Honestly, out of all the teams in the semi-final, this is easily the easiest opponent. I mean, come on, that team right there, that back three, by the way, we are going to absolutely tear them apart. I mean, just look at this state of these stats, especially Jorg Strand Larsen, by the way. 41 goals, 8 assists in 57 games. Not only that, he's won the Premier League Player of the Season as well. Honestly, I was gutted about losing our first striker initially, but Larsen has been some bloody replacement. And on paper, in my opinion, we have by a mile the best team in the world. By the way, Siddiqui has come in for Andre because Andre right now is a bit injured. What I do love though about this Wolves team, 5 out of the original 11, 6 if you include Andre Gomez, are a part of the OG starting 11 from season 1. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's kind of cool. And what else is cool up to this point? We've won the FA Cup. We've won the Carabao Cup. We've even won the Europa League with Wolves. And we can top that all off now by beating AC Milan to win the Champions League. You know, now that I've talked a good game, we better bloody win this match, else I'm going to look like the biggest donkey on this platform. Durando on the ball. They're actually doing really well passing this ball around on the inside, but we're also doing well defending it. Here we go though, Bilal El-Khanous, he's looking for that run. Can Larsen get there? Oh, he's going to pass it. Oh, that's why 3 of the back formations do not work. It is so easy to break them down. 1-0, beautiful. I will scream this till my voice literally breaks. 3 of the back formations are absolutely dog crap. In the game, of course, not in real life. They do work in real life. Unless your name's Amarim, of course. Here they come, though. Rabiot on the ball. Bloody hell, look at Rabiot. Bloody Nora, lads, trying to clothesline him in Watson. I do like this, though. Oh, look at that. Once again, Larsen in behind this time. Can he take it all by himself? Larsen, that touch is poor. But that's how easy it is, guys. That is how easy it is to break down a 3 of the back formation. Rabiot, though, on the left-hand side, is coming forward. Cut it back inside. Do you know what they're trying to play that there? I'll speak English in a minute. I don't know what I've just said. Bueno, though, he's going to cut inside. That's lovely. Gomez. Inside once again. Bilal El-Khanous. This is beautiful. Look at this. They are so stretched at the back. Bilal El-Khanous. Oh, my God. Nah, that's... Bro, that's got to be going in. It's a shame Lopez didn't run up with me, man. I was looking for the sweat there. Here come AC Milan once again. I must say, they are very damn deadly on the attack, but we're just doing a really good job keeping them out. Can we do it once more, though? They're in behind. Oh, that is a very... Wait, well, that was just... Oh, no, that's not a penalty, ref. Come on, man. I mean, it definitely was a foul, like, but surely that's after the fact that he took the shot, not before. And Nkunku, though, to take the penalty, he's going to go top right here. Oh, have I saved a single penalty in this game yet. It's so bloody annoying, man. I genuinely find it so difficult to save a single penalty. Here they come, though. Esteve's on it. Oh, my lord, they've torn us apart there. AC Milan have really turned it up. But then again, we're on the break now. This is where we need to capitalise. Gomez, we're going to go to the left. That's beautiful. Cut back inside. Inside. Oh, that's gorgeous. Sure, there we go. Just like that. That is how easy it is. I will say it again. Three of the backs are absolutely terrible. AC Milan, to their credit, are phenomenal when they're attacking. But all we need is one counter-attack, and it's a goal every time, pretty much. Just phenomenal, man. We don't want to just settle for a 2-1. We don't just want to settle for 2-1, though. We need at least 2 more goals just to make it, like, comfortable. Wait, hang on. What the hell is this? Hey, what? Milan have got a... What the hell was that for? I want to see a replay of that because I have zero clue what's just happened. Right, so the game's going, as you can see. I think the full-time whistle blows there. Not the full-time. But somehow straight after, they've got a freaking penalty. Okay, I'm going to sum that up in one word. Huh? I am so confused. Like, I swear that was the half-time whistle and somehow we're in the 53rd minute. What is this about here? Well, that's another goal conceded. Lawson. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Lawson, bring that down, lad. Come on. Oh, what? Bro, how many penalties are in this final? But Tomori, is that oh, yeah, that's handball. I swear, we better bloody score this. Lawson on the penalty. I swear. I swear. Bottom left. Don't you dare. Thank goodness for that, man. Honestly, it would have been the cruelest irony if we'd have got a penalty and missed it whilst they got 2 and scored theirs. Bro, how is this final turning into an actual competitive game? We should be wiping the freaking floor with the AC Milan, though. Cutting forward once again. Bro, they are really damn good going forward, aren't they? Like, if they actually played a decent formation, I do believe they'd be having a really good go at beating us, but not happening. Absolutely not happening. I don't like what's happening here, though. AC Milan are playing this ball around way too comfortably here. Bro, we need to get this ball. Oh, what a save, Perry. 19 minutes on the clock to go. We are getting very lucky here, I must admit. Very lucky. Good save again. Well, Alcanus. Okay, Lawson, you're in behind, lad. Come on, make the most of this. Lawson. 1-on-1 against the... There we go. Thank the Lord. 15 minutes ago, we get a bit of a cushion. May I say as well, what a damn goal. He gets away from Tomori. I mean, Tomori's quick, but Lawson's quicker. And this is a rifle from his weaker foot there, man. Top right bins. Just what you want, man. See, what did I tell you? Division 3 player right here. We don't muck around. This, though, I don't... Oh, our defender's on the wrong side. Oh, Perry, what a save. But headers work in this game, so I will take it. Oh, speaking of, Esteve. Good save. AC Milan, one last attack perhaps. They've got the ball in a dangerous position. Perry forced to make another save again. But that's it. The full-time whistle's gone. AC Milan lose this final 4-2 against us. Wolverhampton Wanderers are the best team in the world. Goodness me. What a game that turned out to be. I thought that was going to be an absolute landslide victory to us, but Milan made that a freaking fight. But guys, with relegated teams only, with some bad bloody players as well that we had to sign because we had no choice to, we made this bloody work with Wolves. To my recollection, we won the FA Cup, we won the Carabao Cup, we failed to win the Community Shield, the Premier League, but as you can see, that doesn't matter because we null them void with the Champions League trophy. Which means my job with Wolves is complete. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this in the future on this channel, drop it a big old thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. We are almost on 90,000 subs now. And if you're still here and want to see another video from me, click right here because YouTube recommends you to watch this.